Hi, everybody. This is Silvio Canto in Dallas, Texas on Thursday, January the 31st, and welcome to our video commentary. Well, based on some of the early reports that we are getting, news reports that is, the Democrats are not going to give President Trump any funding for the border wall, at least the Democrats in the House who have been negotiating with Republicans. And I think that although it's too early to call it a game, it does seem like this is the way it's going to end up, where President Trump is not going to get the money he wants. And then, of course, what does he do? Does he shut down the government again, or do we go through all of this one more time? And I'm hoping that we don't. I'm hoping that President Trump then uses this opportunity to put in place some of the other options that he has. For example, he can use funds in the Department of Defense or funds in Homeland Security to build barriers or fence, whatever word you want to use, on certain parts of the border and start constructing the border wall or finishing some of the construction that it was started in the past. And I hope he goes ahead and does that. And then let the Democrats explain why they don't think the border wall or the border is a crisis. I mean, a lot of Democrats are, I think, missing the boat on what's happening on the border. It's not just immigration that we're talking about. There's a lot of drugs coming in. There are weapons going south. I mean, I'm a lot more concerned about cartel activity on the border than I am about immigration. Immigration is important, of course, but the fact is that you can control illegal immigration by doing other things than building a wall. The wall is important, don't misunderstand. We see that in San Diego. But I am very concerned about the cartel activities, particularly in some of the areas like in Arizona, where you see a lot of cash going south, you see a lot of guns going south, and you see a lot of drugs coming north. And I'm very, very concerned about that. And for the Democrats to not to be as concerned as about that as I think they should be, I believe this is going to be a politically very difficult position for them to take in 2020, because President Trump is going to make border security the issue in 2020, or one of the issues in 2020. And for the Democrats to say, well, no, we don't think that this is a real crisis, I just think that that flies into the face of reality. So let the president go ahead and build a wall. Let the Democrats continue to say that this is just a manufactured crisis, and let's move on. Now, I was hearing something very interesting today. I was listening to Governor Huckabee. Huckabee, of course, former governor of Arkansas. He ran for president in 2008, one of my favorite politicians, actually. Also has a television show that is very popular. And Governor Huckabee was making a point about Democrats, and he was saying that he knows for a fact that there's a lot of Democrats who are very frustrated at the moment with their party's leadership, particularly when it comes to the border crisis, because the party leadership is basically playing or pandering to the left wing of the base. But many of these Democrats are going to have to get reelected in districts where border security is an issue. So don't be surprised if down the road you begin to see some real problems in the Democrat Party between that left wing and what I call the more centrist Democrats. We've talked about this before, but I think it's going to happen because, look, you don't have to be in favor of building a wall from Brownsville to San Diego. I'm not in favor of that, but I do think that there are parts of the border where a wall would be extremely effective, not necessarily about immigration, but other things like the cartel activities and the crime and all of that going on the border. So let the Democrats take whatever position they want to take and let the president build a wall. And I think politically, this is not going to work out well for the Democrats in 2020. Thank you for watching. We have all of these on YouTube, on Twitter, on my blog. And if today is your birthday, happy birthday.